what is the most valuable resource in any sales process? It's not your pitch deck, it's not your CRM, it's momentum. And where does momentum go to die? In the 2 days it takes your team to manually write and send a custom proposal after a great client call. That delay is a deal killer. What if you could press a button and have a perfectly tailored 10-page proposal written, designed, and ready to send before you even hang up the phone? Today, we build the engine that does exactly that. We are building an AI assistant that completely eliminates the proposal bottleneck, allowing you to close deals at the speed of conversation. I'm Adnan, the founder of Kaiser AI. At our firm, we architect the systems that give your business a true competitive advantage. We are obsessed with outcomes, not just workflows. On this channel, I'm taking you behind the scenes and showing you the exact strategies and builds we use to help SMBs cut costs, save time, and drive profit. So let's architect your AI advantage. Now let's talk about this bottleneck because it is costing your business money right now. First, manually creating proposals takes hours of valuable time, not minutes. While your team is busy copying and pasting, that critical sales momentum you built on the call is just dying. The client's excitement is fading. And because it is a manual process, inconsistencies and embarrassing errors inevitably creep in, undermining your professionalism. The result is always the same, a painfully slow sales cycle and lost revenue that you can never get back. The solution requires a complete strategic shift in how you think about proposals. You need to move from a manual task to an automated asset. The old way is treating every proposal like a unique, handcrafted, time-intensive art project. It's the way of the scribe, and it has no place in a modern business. The new way is to build a proposal engine, a system that produces consistent, high-quality, deeply personalized proposals on demand and instantly. It's the way of the automated assembly line, and that engine is what we are building today. We're going to create a system that lets you go from a great discovery call to hitting send on a perfect proposal in less than 5 minutes. This system takes a single row of client data in a spreadsheet and combines it with your company's core knowledge and expertise. And let me be crystal clear, this is not a simple template filler. We're building an AI author that writes the entire multi-section document for you from scratch every single time. So how does this proposal factory actually run? It's a clean 4-step assembly line. It all starts with step 1, the order. The entire process kicks off the moment you enter the new client's details into a simple Google Sheet. That triggers step 2, the author. Our master AI prompt goes to work crafting a unique 7-part proposal, completely tailored to that client's specific needs and pain points. Next is step 3, the assembly. The system instantly copies your branded Google Doc template and injects the newly written text directly into it, preserving your professional formatting. And finally, step 4, the delivery. The system updates your Google Sheet with a direct link to the finished proposal, ready for a final 1-minute review before you send it to the client. The order, the author, the assembly, the delivery. That's the entire process. Okay, you have seen the strategy. You understand the why. Why moving from a manual task to an automated engine is one of the highest leverage things you can do for your sales process. Now, for my builder community, let's get into the how. I'm jumping into N8N and I'm going to show you exactly how to chain these tools together. We'll set up the trigger, we'll build the master prompt, and we'll configure the logic to create and update the documents automatically. Let's build this thing. Alright, we can start our build. At first, we'll add a Google Sheets trigger node. Trigger will be on row added, and let me quickly show you the Google Sheet that we are using. I have prepared a demo sheet for our video. At first column we have the client's name, the client's company, client's industry. In this case she works in e-commerce and sustainable home goods. Product scope, product showcase videos for top 15 SKUs, brand story video and social media content package. So this is the project scope that we discovered after our sales discovery call. And these are the pain points that she's facing that we have identified. Online conversion rates are below industry average at 1.8%. Customers can fully appreciate the quality and craftsmanship of sustainable furniture through photos alone. That's a great pain point. Struggling to compete with cheaper alternatives on Amazon need to communicate value proposition and build emotional connection with environmentally conscious consumers. Okay, so we are actually selling the services from a video production company. We'll see the company details later on. So this is our ideal client. The project price is $18,000. Additional notes: the shoot must take place in Austin showroom and local customer homes. Need both long-form content and short-form social clips. Sustainability message is crucial. So this is a key point, and we have an additional column named proposal file, and it will be populated after we run our workflow. So let's get back to NA10, and at first connect your Google Sheets account by clicking here. Mode will be keep every minute, but you can change it to anything you want. From the document selector drop down, I'm going to select my Google Sheets name, and it was sheet 1. Trigger on row added, and that's okay. Now we'll execute our workflow and test the Google Sheets trigger node, and let's see what items it fetched. Yeah, so just as we saw on our Google Sheet. Cool. After that, we are going to add our main AI brain here. I'm going to type in OpenAI. Scroll down from text actions. I'm going to select messenger model. From the model list, I'm going to go with GPT-4 Mini. Of course, you could choose GPT-5 and latest models. At first, you have to, of course, connect your OpenAI account here. This is not your ChatGPT Plus or Pro account. This is an account you have to open in OpenAI developer portal. And after billing, let's say for you build $5 or $10, you load that in your account, and then you can generate an API key, which you'll just paste in it here and click save. So I've already done that. Now comes the prompt part. I have to select on expression and click this button. Done. Now let's take a look at our prompt that I have prepared beforehand. Let me just copy paste it first, then I'm gonna explain. All right. Okay. I'm going to add this later on just to show you how we do it. So let me read the prompt. You are crafting a compelling and personalized business proposal. Use the following client data to create a professional document that builds trust and demonstrates clear value. So we assigned a role to the AI brain, and then we provided the company details of our company. All right, so in this case, it's Momentum Media. It's a specialized B2B marketing agency that helps growing companies accelerate their growth through strategic content creation and thought leadership positioning. So then it has some details about when it was founded and what kind of companies usually we work with. Then the video production services. So we provide customer case study videos, product demo videos, explainer videos, etc., etc. Scroll down. Then we provided some contact information about, because we will send the proposal email from this person's email. Okay, so in this case it's Thomas Anderson, if you know who's Thomas Anderson, and his role is the marketing manager of Momentum Media, and we provided his email neo@momentummedia.com. So yeah, drop a like if you know Neo and Thomas Anderson. Then we have to provide the client information. So client name, where will we get that? We'll get that from the Google Sheets trigger. So from here, just click there and drag and drop JSON client name. Then the client's company name, just drag and drop. And the rest of it are the same, and the output will actually look like this one. Client name, Amanda Foster, company Colex Home, industry business type. So the information that we saw on Google Sheets. Then we provided additional information on the proposal structure. At first we have the executive summary, understanding your challenge, our tailored solution, detailed scope of work, key deliverables and outcomes. Why choose us? Investment and next steps. Then we provided some writing guidelines, tone and style, formatting, personalization, value focus, etc. Okay, so it will work from now. I'm going to click on execute step, and let's see what our AI brain comes up with. Alright, it has returned a result. We're going to read that later on. So for now, it's a markdown formatted proposal text. You can see the markdown formatting here. So we need to process this before we include this data into our proposal file. So for that, we are going to use a code node, search code in the search bar. Click here, run custom JavaScript or Python code. I'm going to click here, click this button, delete whatever there is, and now I have already prepared a code. I'm just going to paste that, and after that I will explain what we are doing with the code. At first, it will fetch the markdown from first incoming item. So in this case, it was the message content from our AI brain. Then it will start working. It will remove inline markdown formatting globally. It will process line by line. First of all, header tags, all the header tags, bullet points, numbered lists, and then it will join with spacing, and finally it will output a plain trimmed text that we can use later on. So let me just quickly pin the output from our previous node so that we don't have to run again and again. I'm going to click on execute step, and voila, we got a nice file, nice trimmed text. As you can see, there are no more markdown formatting here, just new line. Okay, after that I'm going to search Drive, Google Drive, and I'm going to select copy file. So which file will we copy? Let me quickly show you. So this is our very generic proposal template for now, but of course in your case, if you have running business, ideally you have a heavily customized template for your proposal file, so we'll use that. So in our case, I have prepared a very basic proposal template. Our name is Momentum Media, and we have provided a very generic stock image. And the most important part is we have to set a placeholder here. In this case, I have just named it proposal text or whatever you wish. So this will be our placeholder, and our AI automation system will replace this placeholder with the trim text that we got from our previous code node. So I'm just going to copy it and head over to NA10. At first, connect your Google Drive account. Resource will be file, operation will be copy, and file from list, select a file. So in this case, it was, what was the file name? I forgot. Proposal template. Okay, proposal template, this one. Okay, so we'll at first copy this proposal template, and the file name will be proposal for which company? In this case, Ecolaxome. So I'm just going to drag and drop from the left side. Oops, at first I have to click on expression. Now we can drag and drop. So in this case, the file name will look like proposal for Ecolaxome. Nice. Copy in the same folder, that's okay. Everything looks fine. Okay, I'm going to click on execute step. Cool. So it has copied the main proposal template Google Doc file and named the new file proposal for Ecolex Home, and it has also returned a Google Doc ID, which we'll use later on. After copying the drive file from the drive, we're going to search Google Doc, update a document since we have already created the file, doc ID or URL. So in this case, I'm going to click on expression, and we're going to get the doc ID from our previous node since it returned the doc ID, if you remember. I'm just gonna drag and drop. Done. Alright, scroll down. Object will be text. Action will be find and replace text. The old text was, I copied that beforehand, the old text was proposal text. You have to select fixed here because it's not a variable inside anything. It's just a random placeholder name that we decided to work with. And in the new text, I'm going to drag and drop the output from our code node here. Paste in that. Done. Okay, we don't need to do anything else. I'm going to click on execute step, so it will update that previously created Google Doc file. Done. We have a few steps left to do. We will just update our Google Sheets with the document URL. Scroll down, update row in sheet. I'm going to select that and choose our main document, in this case AI custom proposal generator. The name was this. Sheet name is sheet 1. Done. Now columns to match on, so we need to find the exact in this case we'll use the company name. We need to filter and only work with the row that has matched our company name, right? Columns to match on company. Then in the company, it's using to match. I'm going to go with the company name from our first Google Sheets trigger node. So in this case, it's Ecolex Home. Drag and drop it here. Done. So it will find the Ecolex Home column and its associated row and fill the rest of the data. Then scroll down. We do not need to touch anything because it was already populated, if you remember. We're going to add one more thing just, and it's the proposal file URL. So I'm going to type in https://docs.google.com/document/d, then the JSON ID. Click on expression, and we got the JSON document ID from here, or from here is the same if you see closely. 1JFUV, 1JFUV. Okay, so you can use whatever you want. I'm going to select that, drag and drop. So we got a proper Google Doc URL from here. Click on execute step. Done. If we go back to our Google Sheets, there goes our proposal file URL. Cool. One more thing to do after that. It's optional, but I'm going to add a drive node. Download file, and from here choose by ID, and now we will get our ID from here, let's say, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to click on execute step, and it downloaded the I have to add one more thing. Google file conversion, add conversion, and in the Google Docs from HTML we are going to select PDF. That's it. We don't need to do anything else. Now click on execute step. Now it downloaded the correct file format. In this case it's PDF, and the file's name is proposal equals home. Done. Now you can click here, download the file, but we're going to see from the actual Google link. Let's click here and let's head over to the main file. Cool. So Momentum Media proposal for Ecolux Home. There goes our nicely formatted proposal. We can read it aloud. At first we have the executive summary, understanding your challenge, our tailored solution. So it read all the client details from your discovery call. It fetched all the data from Google Sheets. Then it automatically prepared the proposal. If you had to do this manually, it would take hours, but in this case it only takes about a minute maximum. Then we got the detailed scope of the work: phase 1 pre-production, production, post-production, distribution strategy, key deliverables and outcomes, success metrics and KPIs, long-term value propositions, why chose us, investment and next steps, payment terms. In this case, a detailed breakdown of payment can be discussed during our kickoff meeting. Cool. Next steps. Then we got the warm regards, Thomas Anderson, marketing manager, Momentum Media, and the email. But what we can also do in the what happened? After this node, we can also add, let's say, if you want to send the proposal file for the final human review, you can send that to your team, or you can email that to your preferred emails, or you can just, if you are very confident in the automation system, you can just directly send the proposal file to your client. But I would recommend always keeping a human in the loop approach. Our automation will deliver the draft, you review it, it takes 1 to 2 minutes maximum, and if you want any correction you can do that. Then you can just send the file, right? Whatever you wish, we can do it in our automation systems. So there goes our AI agent, and it's working perfectly fine. Now we can test our workflow from the very beginning in one run. So I'm going to select execute workflow. At first it's fetching the client details, then our AI brain is preparing the markdown formatted proposal from all the client details. It's working. After that we have the code node, which will actually remove the markdown formatting and prepare it for our Google Doc. Then we're copying an existing proposal template from your drive. Then it's updating the document with proper names and the proper proposal text. Then it updates the row in the Google Sheet. Then we have the file ready to download. And this was our Google Sheet with the proposal file link. If we click here, it will take us to the main proposal Google Doc link. And there goes our fully prepared proposal. Done. And just like that, you now have a fully operational proposal engine. A system that works 24/7, never makes a mistake, and empowers your team to operate at a speed your competitors cannot even imagine. This is the definition of outcomes over workflows. The outcome here isn't a document. The outcome is a faster sales cycle, a higher close rate, and more revenue in the bank. If you are ready to start building strategic automations like this one, the best place to start is with my AI Advantage Kit. It is a completely free toolkit I put together for business owners with playbooks and audit to help you find opportunities, and my personal list of tools. It will give you the clarity you need to get started. The link is right at the top of the description. Now I want to know, what's the most painful or time-consuming part of writing proposals in your business? Be honest, share it in the comments below, and if you found this helpful, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. And if you want more builds and strategies to give your business an unfair advantage, hit subscribe and the bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.